Hey guys, in this video we'll be going over the Fisherman. He makes his appearance in the Precursor Legacy. He lives in Sandover Village and his hut can be found on the south end. His hut has a large cone-shaped roof made from wooden tiles. It has two large eaves, likely inspired by Japanese architecture. At the tip of the roof is an anemometer. This is used to measure wind speed by counting the rotation of the cups over a set period of time. This might also be used by the fisherman to help calculate what conditions will be out at sea. The hut has smooth stone walls with 4 windows, 2 large ones that open up via hatches, and 2 smaller glass windows. The hut has a brick foundation. This is covered by decking that goes all the way around the perimeter. At the front of the hut there is a ramp to gain entry. A lantern lights the doorway, attracting moths at night. Also above this doorway is a shark jaw, most likely from a lurker shark in the surrounding waters. These jaws could have been obtained before the lurkers became more aggressive. At the back of his hut is a wooden walkway with a lantern overhead. This takes you down to the dock where he parks his speedboat. The hull of the speedboat is made from wood with some metal for the undercarriage where the float's attached to. The bow of the boat is also made from metal to help give it some extra strength. The speedboat has 3 floats, port, starboard and forward. These are all a red metal. They have a metal arm attaching them to the hull. There is a single large engine on the stern of the boat. This powers a large fan to help propel the boat, with sails surrounding it to channel the air. We first see his speedboat in the opening cutscene where Jak and Daxter steal it to reach Misty Island.
Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of Greeny Go, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
To use it again, we have to seek out the fisherman in the Forbidden Jungle. Outside his hut he has fish hanging up on rope. There is 8 fish outside the hut. South of his hut is some grass-covered rock steps leading down to a small beach. Here we find his fishing boat with a huge hole in it from a lurker shark. The size of the hole is also a lot larger than all the shark jaws he has collected. On the inside of the fisherman's hut to the left is a small table with a shelf above. This has a jug, cup and bowl of fruit on top. On the wall to the right of this we have another shark's jaw hanging up. Leaning against the nearby window are 2 large oars. These are most likely for the rowboat he used to use to fish from. On the right of this window is a large fire pit with a cauldron hanging from the chimney. This fire is not lit however, as the fisherman is elsewhere. Hanging on the chimney is yet another shark jaw. Sitting next to the fire pit are 2 barrels. To the right is an open window with 3 fish hanging up. Leaning against this window are 2 more large oars. On the nearby shelf are 2 buckets, with a third on the floor. Leaning against the wall are 3 fishing rods of various sizes. On the wall to the right there are 3 more shark jaws, also showing various sizes. Under the largest jaw sits his bed, with a single pillow. This is illuminated by the only lantern in his hut. At the foot of his bed is another large open window with 3 more fish hanging up. Leaning against this window is another large fishing rod. Then we have the final window before reaching the doorway again. You may have noticed hanging from the roof are 3 fishing nets. One large one is hanging down quite low. The floor of his hut is made from wood. This is shaped in a zigzag pattern, with a couple of blue rugs. The fisherman is not in his hut. After the lurkers destroyed his fishing boat, he sought out fish in the forbidden jungle.
Maybe we should go root out the fisherman. I heard he was in the jungle fishing by the lower river. Did you see the size of the bite that lurker shark took out of the fisherman's boat? We best stay way clear of them. I don't think we can tackle a creature that dag nasty.
You can find him there on a small bridge talking to himself.
I could use me a salted fish lips on rye.
Them monsters that unbid me ship will drive me broke.
I remember the big one that got away. Oh, I love the smell of fish in the morning.
Darn fish! We never get in me that. Drat these blighters! In me basket, darn fishes, come on, yeah.
He is wearing blue bands around his ankles and wrists, along with wrappings over his hands. His feet and arms appear quite hairy, and on his left arm he has a tattoo of an anchor. He wears dark maroon shorts with buttons on the sides. Around his waist he wears orange cloth wrapped up to form a belt. He tucks his white sleeveless shirt into this. Over his shirt he wears a sleeveless vest. This is in the same style as his shorts. Around his neck he is wearing a shark tooth necklace. He has a thick blue beard that is starting to go grey. Over his hair he is wearing a red bandana. This has precursor text on it. This reads fish. He also has blue eyes and quite a rather large nose. On the bridge with him is a bucket to hold any fish he catches and quite a small fishing net. When talking to the fisherman, he will task you with catching him 200 pounds of fish. In return, he will give you a power cell and let you use his speedboat.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig, and now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge? There are two types of good fish to catch. 1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies. If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even a one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch. You did it! You caught 200 pounds of fish! Not bad for a couple of landlubbers. Here's the power cell I promised. And you can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
After catching the fish, you will hear him laughing very loudly with a full bucket of fish. You are now free to use the speedboat to get to Misty Island. The fisherman plays an important role in the village, as he helps catch fish to help feed them. In the official Jack Free Guide there is a section of interviews with Naughty Dog and a Where Are They Now section. This mentions the fisherman's name as Ollie. Here's what it has to say. Realizing that polyunsaturated fatty acid omega-3 was the key, Ollie switched to an all-fish diet and lost significant body weight. With his newfound sculpted athleticism, Ollie gave up the sea to become an exotic dancer at a local club called the Fishing Hole. Strangely, most of his time at the nightclub is undocumented. Ollie later resurfaced when he was caught in a border sting, trying to smuggle 50 pounds of illegal halibut out of the country in his pants. Most of the fish were never found, and the case never went to trial. Ollie was last seen beginning a worldwide trip around the ocean in his leaky old boat. It is rumoured he is now living on a remote island beach with a pod of pufferfish. The Fisherman is a really fun character. His personality is as large as himself. He has all the stereotypical pirate themes going on, even the music around him. And that's my overview on the Fisherman. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.